welcome you back to the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas.
You know, one thing with Scott Brooks, guys, he's very consistent with his message. You listen in on those timeouts. It's all about getting stops. Defense, 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 and letting their offense come from that.
Here's Westbrook. Ibaka with a screen on Parker. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Back to Westbrook. Plenty of space. Tim Duncan with the rebound. And Clark, you mentioned Brooks' single-mindedness has stayed pretty constant with his rotations, too.
And there's no doubt players appreciate knowing their role. But, you know, a lot of critics have been surprised at how Brooks has stuck to his lineups. Some lineups that didn't seem to be all that effective. You know, his usual starting lineup with Cephalosha and Perkins on the floor hasn't been their best in terms of plus-minus. But Brooks very loyal to his starting group.
Westbrook dishes to Perkins. Now here is Cephalosha, guarded by Green. Here's Durant. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Parker drives in. Outside Leonard. Back to Parker. Parker with another miss.
Tony Parker had a phenomenal 2011-2012 campaign, but as is the case with Greg Popovich, he challenged Parker to improve upon that for last season. Popovich told him, good players can be great for a little bit, but great players are always great. And that really resonated with Parker.
Splitter misses. The Thunder have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Cephalosha kicks to Durant. Now the pass to Westbrook. Almost, but it rolls out. You think about how great Parker has been. We forgot his career almost came to an end in the summer of 2012. This is a very interesting part of his career.
That's right. He was an innocent bystander at a club in New York when a melee erupted and bottles were thrown. He's got a shard of glass that penetrated almost through his left eye. Very easily could have lost his vision and lost his career.
Matt Bonner, he's checked in for San Antonio. The Spurs have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line for one.
That one misses for Splitter.
You know, it wasn't that the Thunder were beating teams last season. Everybody expected that, but it was the way they were blowing out teams on such a regular basis that caught everybody's attention.
Leonard kicks to Parker. Back to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And for the Thunder, they were blowing out teams on a regular basis, as you said, Clark, and ended plus 9.2 as the scoring differential in their games. Steve, easily the highest mark in the NBA.
Well, just think about that for a second, Kevin. I mean, that means your average game is almost a double-digit win. And not just wins we're talking about all games. So that's the result of having an explosive offense, depth, and a tough defense. This was really a complete team, unfortunately derailed by the Westbrook injury.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And what an amazing run it was for the Spurs last year in the postseason. Swept the Lakers, survived Golden State, and then dismantled Memphis on their way to the NBA Finals. And then, of course, were seconds away from another championship banner.
Hashim Thabit, he's checked in for the Thunder. Poke loose, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Now getting back to the Spurs, they look better and better as they went deeper into the playoffs, Clark. Heat were thought to be the heavy favorites at the start of the NBA postseason. But when they met in the finals, thoughts on who would win, I think, were pretty much split.
Yeah, and eventually, this was one heck of a series because the Spurs not only had experience and talent, but they had multiple options offensively and did such a terrific job sharing the ball. They took the Miami Heat to the limit, but at the end of the day, it came down to LeBron James and Dwayne Wade rising to the challenge.
Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. San Antonio calls timeout.
Hey, we all know how hard it was for the Thunder going into last season to trade away their six-man star, James Harden, but it was something that had to be done. They really missed his playmaking ability, though, and I think they missed him in the locker room, too.
1:52 left to play in the third. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Oklahoma City trailing. And for the Thunder, a financial decision to trade away Harden. They've already tied up Steve Money in big contracts to Durant, to Westbrook, Ibaka, and Perkins.
And Kevin, I think a lot of people question why they didn't keep Harden and maybe move Ibaka or Perkins. I think Perkins would have been maybe the best option, but he's really looked at as their best post defender and a guy who brings leadership and toughness. So it was a very difficult decision, but there's no doubt this team missed James Harden.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Cephalosha kicks to Westbrook. Shot on the wing. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
52 seconds left to play in the third. Parker passes to Baka. Dishes to Splitter. And the shot is good.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Cephalosha kicks to Westbrook. Again, Oklahoma City.
That part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Splitter dishes to Green. Outside Leonard. He kicks it to Bonner. Clock at 6. Back to Leonard. Puts one up from 19. That one wide left.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Tie game in San Antonio. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.